because when it is solidified it will see sediment down on the bottom. So just on the bottom, that's funny. Just hi lovelies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. And guys, have you ever thought of mixing Vaseline with coffee? I bet not. But today guys, I'm going to be sharing a secret that nobody will ever tell you: how this unique blend can make your hair grow like never before. Stay with me because this might just be the breakthrough your hair has been waiting for. So guys, you might be wondering why Vaseline and coffee. Let's talk about it. But before we do that guys, please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed to my channel, and click on the bell icon for you to get notified anytime I upload a new video. So Vaseline, it is known for its moisture locking properties. Applying Vaseline on your hair or scalp can create a barrier that locks in moisture and prevents dryness, which is crucial for reducing hair breakage. Plus, it helps in sealing the hair cuticles, making your hair look shinier and healthier. So let's prepare this particular combo for our hair. First of all, you need to get a plate, which is like a heat resistance plate, either a glass plate or a metal plate. But I'm using a glass plate for this particular one, but it must not be a glass plate. You can get a metal plate, anything that can resist heat. That's what we need. So we're going to then scoop out some Vaseline, and I'm going to be using like 1.5 tablespoons of Vaseline. And guys, I'm going to tell you guys the secret of how I use this particular combo on my hair to ensure that my hair remains moisturized and grow when it is still moisturized. So guys, if you have measured out the Vaseline you are going to use, the next stage is for us to melt down this Vaseline before we can actually incorporate our coffee inside it. And there are two ways to melt down this particular thing. You can melt it down over a boiling water, or you place it on top of a boiling water. The two-way is okay. As long as the Vaseline is melted, you can use the two method. But I used melting it over a hot water because I didn't want the Vaseline temperature to be so high, because if I do that, it might fry or make the coffee to clump together, and I don't want that. The hotness of the Vaseline might just get the coffee to clump together, and that's not what we want. So that's why I ensured to melt it down over a hot water, and I was checking the temperature. Once the water gets cold, I added another hot water, but it took me over 5 minutes to melt it down, which is okay. But if you have to melt it down on a boiling water, it's way faster, and it might actually rise the temperature of our Vaseline. So if you want to melt it down over a boiling water, just be checking down the temperature. Or if the temperature is already high, you can then bring it down, allow it to cool off before you can then proceed to the next stage, which I'm about to show you guys. So guys, now that our Vaseline has melted, we are going to be adding our coffee. When it comes to coffee, coffee contains caffeine, which stimulates blood circulation on your scalp, and this increased blood flow bring essential nutrients to your hair follicles, promoting stronger and faster hair growth. Caffeine in coffee also helps to block DHT, which is a hormone linked to hair thinning and hair loss. And by reducing the effect of this DHT, coffee can help to prevent shedding and support thicker hair growth. So I'm going to be using about 3 sachets of this coffee, and to measure it is like 1.5 tablespoons of coffee. So I'm just going to be mixing it just for the coffee and the Vaseline to mix together. And I'm going to be using the opportunity to be crushing the coffee with my spoon. And that's why I say that if I added this coffee with a high temperature of a melted Vaseline, it will get the coffee to clump together. One thing about this is that this Vaseline will solidify quickly once it gets cold. So you have to be fast in making this, or you have to place it on top of a hot water, and it will prevent it from solidifying quickly. So the next thing I did was to add my oil, and this is my hair growth oil I have in my channel. And you can use any oil of your choice. You can use either oil, any butter, any grease, whatever you want. You can even add any essential oil that you love so much. So I'm just going to mix everything together. And now that everything is mixed together, the next thing to do is for us to strain this. So I'm just going to bring it down from the plate I use in melting it down, which is melting the Vaseline. So right now I have to be fast. If not, once the Vaseline gets cold, it will start solidifying. So this is the container I'm going to be using to store it, but I have to strain it first so that it can give me a smooth Vaseline or a smooth grease for my hair. So I'm using a strainer to strain it. You can use a cloth, anything of your choice, just to separate the Vaseline from the coffee. And if you look closely, the coffee cannot melt into the Vaseline, so you just need a strainer just to separate the coffee from the Vaseline. And at this stage now, I keep on saying it, just be fast. If not, the Vaseline will solidify whether there's coffee in it or not. Now that I've strained everything, the next thing for us to do is now to allow it to get solidified. And this is how it looks like, guys. It is already getting solidified on its own. Just let it be on its own. It will solidify with time. Barely 30 to 45 minutes, it will start solidifying. And if you look closely, it is already solidifying. So I'm just going to allow it to sit on its own and get it solidified. Then once it has solidified, I will show you guys. So guys, our mixture is already solidified. So the next thing to do is for us to mix it, because if you look closely, the coffee is sedimented on the bottom of the container. So I'm just going to then mix everything together. If not, it's just going to be there and you're just using bare Vaseline. So for us to actually get a potent mixture, we have to just mix them together. Just mix the Vaseline and the coffee that was sedimented. And guys, if your own happens to be like this, just mix them once it has solidified, just to mix everything together. And that is it, guys. Our mixture is ready. So ready to be used. And guys, I'm going to show you guys how I apply this on my hair to ensure I get a maximum benefit. And there's ways you have to use Vaseline. Vaseline is something that you don't actually use like that. I have a clip on how I use it, the instruction. Let me just say the instruction on how to use Vaseline on your hair. So guys, this is so important. Before you actually use this Vaseline on your hair, one thing you have to make sure you have done is that you should make sure that your hair is already moisturized before you apply Vaseline, because Vaseline acts as a sealant, guys. It's going to actually help you seal in the moisture you created on your hair. So in this video is my guava video when I use guava leaf to make hairspray for my hair. You can check that video out for more detailed information how I moisturized my hair before actually sealing the moisture with this Vaseline. So I used my guava leaf water to actually moisturize my hair. Even applied a leave-in conditioner before I started using Vaseline to seal in the moisture. If you apply Vaseline on a dry hair, it will get your hair more drier, and we don't want that, because the work of a Vaseline is just to protect your hair and sealing it in, that the moisture you created or you applied on your hair will not dry off easily. And now that we're in the harmattan season, this is the perfect combo you can use on your hair to ensure that your hair doesn't dry out quickly, and it's going to actually get your hair remain moisturized and hydrated, because dry hair leads to breakage, and once your hair is breaking, you're not retaining length. And please don't apply it on your scalp because it might cause product buildup. Vaseline is a thick grease that cannot penetrate easily into the hair follicles. So this is like the perfect way to use this. And don't use too much. If you look at the clip, I use a little amount of it on my hair just to use it to seal in the moisture, because little goes a long way. Try this method and you're going to love how moisturized and how soft your hair will keep on remaining after moisturizing your hair. And this is for those that have severe dryness during the harmattan or dry season. Just incorporate using Vaseline with coffee like this. Your hair will remain moisturized, and coffee will actually strengthen your hair and get it stronger, that it won't shed or break off easily. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.